When it comes to marriage, it looks like millennials are waiting. Well, not for that, but for actually walking down the aisle and getting married. A report by the Urban Institute says 30% of millennial women and 35% of millennial men won't be married by the time they're 40. In comparison, that's twice as many as the previous Generation Xers. This is the lowest marriage rate in the history of ever. In the fantastic plastic post-war boom of the 1950s, the average age of marriage was 21. Now it's 28. And according to the Pew Research Center, even though the number of married couples has decreased, cohabitation has doubled in a decade. And for total millennials, only 26% are married. So why all the reluctance from young people on tying the knot? Well, like with most things, finances play a large part. First off, the average wedding costs $30,000. For young adults right out of school and in a job market where the effective unemployment rate for 18 to 29-year-olds is over 15% according to Generation Opportunity, it makes sense to not get married. It's just too expensive. Add to that, more than 30% of millennials still live with their parents. So marriage just isn't as important as getting a good job, getting established, and getting out of their parents' house. So yeah, things are changing. So much so, according to a 2010 Pew Research survey, nearly 40% of people in the US think marriage is obsolete. It might seem like marriage doesn't mean to millennials what it did to their grandparents, and that might be accurate. But Lynn Stevens, author and psychology expert, said on her blog, Think Splendid, quote, "Millennials do value marriage. It's because they value it so much that they are putting it off until they are older." She goes on to say, since such a high number of millennials grew up in divorced homes, they wait to get married to avoid ending up like their parents. And really, that's kind of fantastic. Marriage is something to be taken seriously. If someone isn't ready for it for whatever reason, rushing into what's supposed to be a lifelong commitment won't end well. Millennials might just be the first generation to throw aside tradition and do what's best for them.